A Southeast Asian ride-hailing giant Grab has been hit by renewed pandemic lockdowns. Its net loss has widened from 12 months ago to $815 million in the second quarter. That's even though revenue more than doubled to $180 million. And analyst explains how movement restrictions have hurt the Singapore company's margins.
I think all of us know that 2Q was probably one of the worst periods because of Delta variant. And many countries, whether those vaccinated or not vaccinated, they underwent a lockdown. So the mobility business was impacted across the board, across all the countries. That's number one. And that actually is the most profitable business of Grab. So the impact on the more profitable business, which is mobility business, was one factor. Second factor is their delivery business had more groceries. So it used to be more food delivery, and now it's adding more and more grocery delivery, and the mix has changed. And groceries by nature are less profitable than the food delivery. But nevertheless, you can't ignore this big, huge market of grocery delivery. So in that sense, these two factors, which is mobility business being impacted by COVID and the mix changing in favor of groceries, impacted their profitability.
Grab has trimmed its earnings outlook for the year owing to renewed uncertainties over the movement restrictions to contain the highly transmissible Delta variant. And now expects full-year sales of $2.1 to $2.2 billion. That is lower than its earlier forecast of $2.3 billion. It also trimmed its forecast for the value of transactions on its platforms to around $15.5 billion. That's down from an earlier estimate of almost $17 billion. And the company says it is on track to complete its $40 billion merger with U.S. SPAC firm Altimeter Growth in the fourth quarter. Analysts say even with the short-term outlook trimmed, there could still be surprises on the upside if the pandemic eases.
Right now, investors are looking at next year outlook, which is 2022 outlook. Okay, and that is what they use to value or to evaluate investment in Grab. And the question is, whatever slowdown we have seen this year, will it move forward to next year? So if countries can manage to vaccinate their citizens, if countries can, and mobility business stages some comeback, and delivery business could actually add more and more groceries to kind of offset any potential slowdown. So I think in that sense, then the outlook still will remain bright. So there are questions on how long can this delta keep on going? If it stops this year, I think that there's no issue.